My name's Ben, and today we've got an incredibly special car to show you around. This is a 2022 on a 22 plate Bmw M5 competition. Being a 22 plate, it is an LCI model of the competition, so slightly bigger nav screen, digital cockpit, and slightly different front end, and we'll point that out as we go around. But this particular car is very special because it's got the over £22,000 ultimate pack, which for those of you who know your BMWs basically means it gives you every single cost option included in one package. So it's an incredible car with everything you could possibly want on one of these, finished in Tanzanite Blue, which is one of the best colours in our opinion. And still obviously under manufacturer's warranty for another year or so, and a full BMW main dealer service history. So starting at the front, we'll talk you through some of those cost options. The first of which, if we look in the center of the kidney grills here, you'll see the camera. The car's got a 3D surround camera system, so we'll show you that as we get inside. Obviously all of the gloss black styling on those kidney grills. And then being an LCI, as I touched on before, you've got these different, much squarer sort of air intakes in the front bumpers here. BMW's laser lights system, so you can tell they are the laser lights by this blue detailing across the top, which is really cool. And then the daytime running lights on the LED sections here, again updated on the LCI model. And because they're laser, they will individually block out cars coming the opposite direction. We've got the beautiful competition alloy wheels, so a 20-inch wheel, diamond cut on the faces with gloss black on the inserts. And then the most important option to talk about here is actually behind the wheel itself, and that's those carbon ceramic brakes. So that's given away by the gold calipers, so you get the gold calipers with the carbon ceramic brakes and gives it incredible stopping power, and the gold is a really nice contrast against the dark blue as well. We've got the sort of air veins on the front wings here, which again gives away that it's an M5. And then again, the M door mirrors, which come across to almost join the A pillar at the top. Keyless entry and exit, and there's blind spot monitoring in those door mirrors as well. And if you have a look inside at the black leather interior, all merino leather in these BMWs, so it's very smooth, soft leather, ambient lighting everywhere you look. And then the beautiful multi-function sort of contour seats as well, which are massage function, heated and ventilated as well. And we'll talk about more of that as we get around the driver's side. Obviously the M5 competition illuminated door seals down there as well. And then being an M5, you've got the carbon fibre roof, exposed carbon fibre, so that's really cool to look at. Privacy glass in the rear 3/4, and then all the practicality of being 5 seats and having the space in the back as well. Rear entertainment on those rear seats, part of the ultimate pack, and really nice feature. They're cool, so we'll show you those as we get around the other side. And then soft closed doors as well. So if I just pop the door on the latch, you'll see it will pull itself in to shut on soft close. Then coming around the back of the car, we've got this black sort of extended spoiler across the top of the boot here, the M5 competition badge, and then another giveaway that this is the competition is the gloss black exhaust pipes. So quad exhaust pipes, 2 on either side around the big diffuser section, finished in black, gives away its competition. Power tailgate, so just push the button and that will open itself up. And it's a very deep, at the end of the day, it is a BMW 5 Series, so it's incredibly practical. A very deep boot that goes a long way, with a central load-through hatch in the center as well, if you want to load skis or something and still have passengers in the outer rear seats. Button up here to shut the boot, reverse camera on the boot lid there as well. And then we'll come around, jump in the driver's side and talk you through some of the interior options. So starting on the driver's door card over here, we've got the soft merino leather everywhere you touch, so on the armrest here and on the grab handles. And then obviously all of the ceramic button finishes, which is part of that ultimate pack on the window buttons here. Power folding door mirrors, as you would expect, and then obviously all electric adjustment for the windows. Memory settings for both driver and passenger seat, and then massage function for both of those seats as well, which you can start with that button there. We've got the silver sort of carbon fibre trims throughout the dashboard, which gives a nice contrast against the black leather everywhere. And then the ambient lighting across the top there on the door cards, which then goes across the whole top of the dashboard. You'll see slightly better in a second. And then a very important option is the Bowers & Wilkins surround sound high-end sound system. And that's presented beautifully in these aluminium speaker grills. So one on the tweeters on the doors there, and then lower down in the door section here. And the ambient lighting actually continues through those speaker grills. So it's really cool to see at night time. And we'll come inside and I'll turn the car on. Keyless start, as you would expect. So just button on, foot on the brake and push the button on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. And then talking of the steering wheel, we've got the beautiful M Sport 3-spoke steering wheel with the 3 different coloured two blues and the red on the hand stitched around the steering wheel, and they are the three colours of the M button at the bottom there. It's a heated steering wheel activated through that button at the bottom. On the left hand side we have the controls for the adaptive cruise control, and it will sort of semi-autonomously drive itself on the motorway as well, so keep itself in the lane, which again is an extended option over and above a standard M5. On the right hand side we've got the multimedia control, so volume and telephone settings, and then customization for this right hand side of our LCI virtual cockpit there. Two configurable red M buttons, so that will change sort of the Sport Plus of the steering, suspension, engine, etc. Configurable to two shortcut buttons just there. And then talking of the LCI model and the virtual cockpit in front of me, we've got these new displays, so the navigation in the center of the display there, and then on the right hand side where it says park, we can configure what we see there, which is very nice to have that adjustability. In front of me we've got a heads-up display, which is going to be impossible for the cameraman to show, but it shows speed, traffic sign assist, so it will give me the speed limit, and then if we go into one of those M modes we can have almost a racing-inspired rev counter on there in front of us, so we don't have to look down, we can just concentrate on driving ahead of us. Coming across into this big center screen, again, being an LCI model, this is slightly larger than the previous generation screen, and it is a different software on here as well. So we've got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I have got connected at the moment, so you can see if I go on here, it is a touchscreen as well. We've got all of that Android Auto there, and if I press the BMW button, we go straight back to BMW's system. BMW's own navigation system here, sorry, it's gone straight onto the Android Auto because it is connected, but we do have BMW's own navigation as well. And then if I pop the car into reverse, we'll see the 3D surround camera system, so I can touch these buttons here and sort of drag myself around the car if I go into 3D view there, which is really cool to have, and you can just touch the different buttons depending on which cameras you want to see on the right hand side here. Full park assist as well, as you would expect. And then coming down the center to the climate control buttons, again all ceramic finished to the edge of these buttons, and then you've got this small sort of touchscreen display in the bottom here with the ventilated seats as well as heated, so again options over and above a standard car. Ionic air conditioning, which means you can put sort of an air freshener into the air conditioning of this car and it will blow some lovely smelling air through to you. You've got your assist button here, so if I go back into the menu here and then press this button, on the screen you'll see we can configure the assist that the car comes with, so front collision warning, side collision, lane departure, blind spot monitoring, and then it will also pick up give way signs on the road, which it will display on the heads-up display for you. We've got BMW's gesture control, which is probably turned off at the moment, but you can turn volume up just by doing simple gestures with your fingers, etc. And then under this cover here, we've got a wireless phone charging tray, as well as two cup holders and a USB-C port. Then we've got some shortcut buttons for our M Sports exhaust system. The cameras, again, we can bring up on there. And then the M mode, so we can switch the M mode through that button there, or we can go into the setup section to configure those M modes, which we touched on before. So I'll just press that and you can see on the screen here the different options we have. So engine, chassis, steering, and then also you can change to four-wheel drive if I put the car into sort of Sport Plus everywhere. And then you can have four-wheel drive Sport, which is sort of four-wheel drive but rear biased, or you can go fully into two-wheel drive. So it's very cool that you can configure those options in this car. It's quite unique to these modern four-wheel drive systems that you can make them two-wheel drive if you wish to do so. And then all Alcantara headlining above me as well, so it's a beautiful place to sit. It really is a wonderful car. And the last thing I will show you, if I just pop the bonnet, there's one thing under the bonnet to show you, because again, part of that ultimate pack means we get a carbon fiber engine cover. So you'll see the center cover over here, finished in carbon fiber with those M colored stripes on it. It's a beautifully presented 4.4 litre V8 with over 625 horsepower. So it's an incredible car with so much power. It's all you ever need in a car with the ultimate pack, which just makes it fully specced out. My name's Ben. I hope the video's helped. Thank you very much for watching.